What's good, trappers? It's your boy, the Wallstreet Trapper. And y'all know my goal is to help the culture build wealth one share at a time. Right now, I'm gonna break down the 5 misconceptions that there is about investing, right? Because there's a lot of things floating around that keep people from going, and one of them is lack of knowledge. And so what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna take this whole video to break down why you need to be investing, right? So the first misconception is you lose money when the stock market goes down. That is totally, completely incorrect. What happens is this, yo. You put your money in the market. If the stock price goes down, you don't lose money, you lose the equity. Your equity decreases. Here's the thing, you only lose money when you sell the stock. So if the stock goes down and you sell it, then yeah, you've essentially lost money, because now you got to re-enter the stock to get that money back. But if the stock goes down and you buy more, because if you bought a stock, that means you love the business. And if the stock goes down, at some point you buy more, right? You're buying an asset at a discounted price. So what happens is once that stock goes down, even if you didn't buy more, because your money is still there, once the stock goes back up, your money goes back up. So that's clear that whole misconception about if the stock goes down, I lose money. No, you don't. The second misconception is that you need a lot of money to start. I'm gonna be real with you, fam. You can buy a share of AT&T right now for $28. Let's just keep it 100, right? You don't need a lot of money to start. But what I will say is, if you want to have a substantial amount of wealth, it's not that you need a lot of money, you just gotta start making investing a habit, right? You gotta start investing all the time so you can now put more money towards investing in the stock market. So it's not that you need a lot of money to start. The beautiful thing about the stock market is, what I love about it is, it has the lowest barrier entry. It's the only investment that you can make where you can start with $5, $10, $15, right? And you can make, the upside is tremendous. So you don't need a lot of money to start. You can start where you are. You can start building wealth brick by brick. You start getting into the stock market one share at a time, family. So let's eradicate, let's get rid of that whole thought process, right? The third misconception about investing in stocks is that it's gambling, right? So that is completely false. So the only way you're gambling in the stock market is if you're just buying a company based off what somebody else told you. Or you're buying a business that you have no knowledge of, and because you see it going on TV and you're like, oh, I want some of that. At that point, you're gambling because you haven't did the fundamental research that's necessary to understand if this is a good business, if this is a bad business. If you're trading, you're looking for certain things, right? The one thing about the stock market is it has patterns, and there's enough fundamental data that can make us equipped. Would you go to war if you haven't studied your opponent? I mean, let's be real. No person wins the war if they haven't studied their opponent. And I often say that building wealth through the stock market is a revolutionary act, right? So we gotta study the game. The problem is we don't wanna do the homework. We're trying to get rich quick. This is not a get rich quick play. This is building wealth, and you build wealth over the long term. Investing in the stock market is not gambling if you do the proper research. Can you gamble? 100%. Will you lose? 99.9%. Gambling, this ain't like gambling. Because when you gamble in a casino, you can win, but the house wins more than you. If you gamble in the stock market, the market will win more than you. The fourth misconception is only the pros can invest. That's right. Only the pros can invest. And that is totally wrong, yo. The reason why they want you to think that you can't do it and they're the only ones can do it is because they're making a whole bunch of money off of investing for you. They're gonna make money whether you win or whether you lose. They're gonna make money from you through transactions and through fees. So they're gonna put this stigma and information out there like only the pros can do it. You need a financial advisor to do it. You need this person to do it for you. No, you can invest, and it's not hard. All I need you to do is dedicate to reading 30 minutes a day. You got 24 hours a day. If you can't dedicate 30 minutes of your day to improving your wealth, then I'm gonna just be real with you, building wealth ain't for you. But once you learn the game, once you learn the rules, once you develop a strategy, now you increase your chances of winning. Same thing with the stock market. Learn the rules, learn the players, increase your strategy, and you can win at this game. The market is literally designed for us to win. That's number 4. And number 5 is, you're not smart enough to invest. I would never let nobody tell me nothing like that. The reason being is because if somebody tell you you ain't smart enough to invest, then it's certainly because on their end, there's something they can make from you. Lack of knowledge will always be the killer of wealth. If you don't have no knowledge about it, then how can you get in it? You learn the game by studying those who've mastered the game. Building wealth through the stock market is not rocket science, but it's gonna require a little work from you. It's gonna require some reading, it's gonna require some downtime, but it's gonna force you to stop having the spending habits that you had before. That's important. So you gotta start using that money that you was blowing and that you was spending on things that wasn't acquiring you wealth. You now make that transfer to start putting your money in situations that can start building you wealth. So those are 5 big misconceptions about what it takes to invest in the stock market. And I hope this video broke those misconceptions down. Do me a favor, man, like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, man, and tell somebody about it, man. It's your boy, the Wallstreet Trapper, and my goal is to help the culture build wealth one share at a time, man. Trap with me.